everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make this bag. Now it's not hard at all. Only thing is I'm using Red Heart, the Red Heart yarn. I want to say fabric, the yarn. So when you're crocheting it, it comes very hard, but once you've washed it, it softens up. And so mine has been washed, so it's going to lie better. I made mine a little bushy like this. I don't know what you want to call it, punchy, bushy. It's not flat because I wanted, if you put things in and it stretches out, it's going to stretch out fine. If it's totally straight, when you stretch it, it actually stretches it. So there is a method to my little work of art here. Anyway, you can wear this bag like this, you can wear it like this. I mean, you can even wear it like this. Just joking. But you really could if you wanted to, but I'm just joking. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to make it. Trying to think if there's anything else. No, that's about it. But I haven't lined it. It is unlined. If you really want it lined, you can do it. But I didn't think it was necessary because I'm not going to put little articles in here. So, and if you did, you could put it in a plastic Ziploc bag and then put it in your bag and nothing's going to fall through. So, yeah, that's the bag. So let me show you how to make it. Okay, so this is what the one side actually looks like, and I am just doing this as I go. One of the things I like to do is, it's kind of free form, I just crochet it. But what I've had to do now for the videos, because I'm putting a pattern down, is write my pattern down as I go. So I do know, at this stage I don't know the end result, and I'm going to work on that, but I just thought I'd show you as I go along. It's kind of curling a little bit here, which is great because I wanted to curl for the back. There, see how it's curling under here, and that's what I actually want, so that I'm going to do the other side and I'm going to sew these pieces together, and then I'm going to leave it open over here. So this will be our bag's opening. Not sure how it's going to work, but I just thought I'd show you and share that with you so you get an idea of how I'll go about what I'm doing. So let me show you how to do this. I'm actually going to reverse mine. On the other side I'm going to do this in blue with red here and black. Your preference, what you like to do. I think I like different colors because it gets boring when you do the same thing. So I'm just going to reverse it around, and then one side of the bag will be this way and the other side of the bag will be the other way. So let me show you how to get started with this. To start my project, I am using Red Heart Super Saver. It's easier using this yarn because it's a little thick and a little bit more coarse, and for the bag I prefer to use this yarn than a real soft one. But it actually doesn't matter if you use a different gauge and if you use thinner or thicker, you're just going to have a bigger or smaller bag. It's totally up to you, but it doesn't really matter. So this is what I'm using, is this turquoise in the Red Heart Super Saver, and I'm using a red and a black. And this is a, let's see, I'm using a size 5.5 millimeter hook, and this is a, I'm just trying to see it must be a, yeah, medium 4. Okay, so to start off with our bag, we're going to start off with a slip knot, and you're going to do 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain, and then slip stitch into your very first stitch over here, and just slip stitch together to give you your little ring. And there you have your circle that you're going to work into. Now you're going to do chain 3, and this chain 3 stands as your first double crochet. Whenever you're working, you're generally going to have your first chain is going to stand for your first stitch, generally speaking. So for this one, you're doing 1 there, and then you're going to do 11 double crochets, so that we have 12 double crochets altogether, including that one. So that's just a piece of information, but basically you want 12 double crochets in this first little ring. So we do our 12. You've got your 12 double crochets, including that one, and you're going to slip stitch into the third one of your first chain. So that's 1, 2, 3. Just slip stitch into that one. This is what you usually do with most of your projects. You'll slip stitch into the top of that first stitch. Then what I do is I just pull this so it closes your little hole there. And before you sew this thread in, you can just pull it. Always remember to pull it so that you close this as much as you can. So that's what you do there. Now on this round you're going to do chain 3. This is going to stand as your double crochet once again. then you're going to work 2 double crochets in each double crochet around so that you have 24. So this is your increasing round. So there's 1, and I'm going to do another one in the same spot, because then that gives me 2. And actually I'm going to go in here, so that gives me 2. Now if you're unsure, go around before you even start and you can check. That's 2, you're going to put one in there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and then in your last one 24. So before you even start, you can check and make sure that you've gone into the right place, and it does come in useful. And now all I have to do is do my 2 double crochets in each one of these spaces, and I should end up with, okay, so 24. I just wanted to show you this is where my last 2 are going to go into, in this space. And then I have 24 stitches, and it never hurts to keep counting just to make sure that you have the same amount of stitches. So anyway, I know I have 24. Then we're going to slip stitch into this. This is the 3 chain that we made. We're going to slip stitch into the top of that, and then you've got your row 2. Now for the next row, like I said, this is also an increasing row. If you don't increase in your circle, it's going to bunch up like this. So every second one we're going to do 2 double crochets. So in this one you're going to start off with your 3 chain that stands as a double crochet, and we're going to do a double crochet in here. So our very first stitch we're increasing. Then on your next one you're just going to do 1 double crochet, so we'll just do 1 here. Then in the next one you're going to do 2 because you're increasing, so you're going to do 2 in this one, and on the next one we're just going to do 1. The next one we're going to do this round. You should end up with 36, and that's just by doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine, and you can follow me and I will meet you at the end. So I've got 35. I'm going to do my last one. I finished with 2 in that one and then 1 in here, and that gives me 36 stitches all together. And once again we're going to slip stitch in the third one. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in that stitch, and now we can start with our next row. Now in this row we're beginning to start doing those little petal things. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then single crochet in each of the 3rd and 4th chain from the hook. So there's in the 3rd and 4th. So 1, 2, 3. So you're going to single crochet in the 3rd. You're going to double crochet in each of the next 5. We should have 5 chains left. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see, do I have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So double crochet in each one of these. So 5. And then you're going to single crochet in this same stitch over here that you had originally started in. So single crochet. Now the next 6 you're going to do a single crochet. So 1, so this is your next one. I can see you went in that same one there. Now you're going into the next one, and in the next 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you're going to be doing your next one. So as you can see now what we're going to be doing, we in the end here we have, let's see how many petals you are having. Okay, that's too far for you to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 petals, and if you work it out you've got 36 stitches. So every 6 you're doing a petal, so that works out 6 times 6 is 36. So as long as you're aware of that as you're going around, that you need to have 6 of these in between. So you don't really want to do exactly the same thing, and you're going to do this all the way around now. So what we did was chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it was single crochet in your 3rd and 4th. So in other words you're skipping 2. So there's 1, 2. So in my 3rd one, which is here, see if you can see properly. I'm sure you do know where. That's number 1, 2, 3. So we're going to single crochet in the 3rd one. I'm just going in the top loop and single crochet in your 4th one, and then it was double crochet in the next 5. So then remember you're going into the very same stitch. You're going to single crochet in the same stitch. Just do a single crochet in there. and then you're going to go into the next 6. So 1, so, as I said, keep doing what you're doing. 9, 1, do that, and you're going to end up back here, and you should have 6. I'll come up to you and I'll show you this end part, but we're going to end up with 6 of these. So I'm just going to do that quickly and I'll meet you back here. We have our last little petal, and that should be number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go to the next round. I'm staying in my color. Now we're going to be working up the right edge of this petal. You're going to work single crochet in the first chain. So you're going to go single crochet in your first, which is going to be here. So as I say, it's a little awkward to show you, but this is your first one. It's kind of just before this. So just go in there and do a single crochet. So do a single crochet in that first one, then work 2 double crochet in each of the next 4. So you need to do 2 in each of these ones. This is your next one right over there. There's a stitch there. Whoops, and you can kind of see at the top. Now because you're coming on this side, it's a little harder to see than here. Here you can actually see your stitch. But don't give up, you can see it. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. I've got to do 2 in each one in the next 4. So that's 1, then there's my next one over there. This is the second one, and remember you're going into the same stitch. You're doing 2 in each stitch. Another one here, another 2 in this one, 2 double crochets in this same stitch, and I believe that's 3, so I've got 1 more to do. That's over there, and I've missed half my yarn, so let's redo that. 1 and 2. So let's see, I should have 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I've got my 8 there. Then single crochet in each of the next 2 chain. So there's another one. Okay, now look carefully. That's where my stitch went in. So there's the next one. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. But as I say, don't worry, it's not the end of the world if you went into the wrong one. You might have ended up, oh my goodness, now I've only got 1 here. Somewhere I went wrong. Just put 2 in there. So now I've got 1, 2, there's my next one right over here. Here's the tip that I'd made with 2 chain. Well, we turned around, we had 2 extra chains because we went into our third. So that's, I haven't gone into my tip, so this is that tip right at the top. And you can kind of see this is the little space up here. Okay, so you're going to do a single crochet in there. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do a single crochet in the same spot. And that's going to give you a single crochet in each of the next 2, and then work. So now we're doing the opposite, and then you're going to do your 4 double crochets. As I say, as long as your end result is that you've got the 1 single crochet, your 8 double crochets and your 2 there, and then your tip, which was a single crochet, chain 1 single crochet. So now coming back, you're going to be going into 2 chain, and then you're going to do your 8 double crochets in this section. You can see where it raised up. So to find your next chain 2 that's the tip that I went into. So it's like, okay, is it going to be right over here? Is it over there? Well, I'm going into this one because that is my next stitch over here. But if you're really struggling to see it, you can see where you did your bigger stitches here. Odds are your other bigger stitches are going to be there. So I can see I've actually got a space for 2 chains here. So just go into your next stitch and single crochet there and single crochet here. So now I've reached to where these big ones are, and odds are this is where it's going to line up with that, so I must be correct. And you're going to do 2 in each of single these. Crochet in the next double crochet. So I've done my 4, then single crochet in the next double crochet. Now for this one, you've ended up with 1 double crochet left here. So we're going to single crochet in this one. So if you're following me, you should be pretty much the same as me to get the shape of your leaf. And single crochet in the next, then skip the next single crochet and work single crochet in each of the next 5. So skip the next single crochet. So we're going to skip that one, skip this one, and then you're going to, and just count. They say going into the next 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that works out just perfectly. So I know that now I've done this correctly, and once you've done it once, you're pretty good to do the rest of it the same way. Skip this one and go into these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip the next single crochet, so skip this one, and then you're going to keep doing what you did. So now with this one you're going to work single crochet in your first, so you skip that and you're going to do single crochet in this one, which is what we did in the other, on the other leaf. I just like to get behind these two for this one. Let's see if I can see. I like to get a good join here, so I'm trying to get under 2 loops. Alright, so we did that one single crochet, and then we were to do 2 in each of the next 4 double crochets. So 2 double crochets in this one, and you do that in the next 4 stitches. Then a single crochet in the next 2. So always make sure that you do have your 8, because it's easy to forget and do less. 2, 4, 6, 8. And single crochet in the next 2. Well, there's my next stitch right over here. Single crochet there, and single crochet here. Then here's the tip that we had right up here. So you're going to go into your tip and do a single crochet. Now sometimes you have to just spread it apart a little bit, because you want to make sure that you're going into that tip and not into the stitch afterwards, because remember you've got to have 2 stitches to go into a single crochet. So make sure you are in the tip. It was a single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet, and then it was the same thing just reversed coming down your leaf. So it was 2 single crochets. Now it's right over there and over there, and you can look before, instead of just rushing it and doing it, you can kind of scan your little leaf here. So there I know I've got to do 2 single crochets, and then the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 are my double crochets. Then they said to do a single crochet and to skip 1 in there. So I want to show you how to do one full one all the way around without me stopping. So you did your single crochet there, you skip 1, and then you're going to go into the next stitch. So you can see that's where my stitch is there. In that one I'm going to skip this chain, and I'm going to go into the next one and do my 5. And let's see if this works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1 and go into your next one, single crochet, and then you're doing your double crochets, 2 double crochet in each stitch, and you're doing that 4 times. 2 double crochets in this one, that's the 4th one, and then you know that you've got 2 single crochets. So mine works out perfectly, which means I didn't make a blunder somewhere. Thank you. So that one works. Now remember, you're going into the tip, you go into that tip, do the single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same tip. Then you've got to do 2 single crochets in your next 2. So these are my next 2 chain, which are pretty clear to see. So I'm going to do a single crochet in there, single crochet in there, and then you've got your 2 double crochets in each of the next 4. So 2 double crochets in number 4. 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, and then 1 single crochet, and then you skip 1, and then you do your 5. 4, 5, and you just do the same thing over again. Skip the next one, go into the stitch. Do that all the way around till you have all 6 petals with their first row done, and then we will be changing our colors. And I'll start with the red and I'll go around and I'll show you how to do the next round.